Hey everybody, welcome back, and I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. This is going to be my Christmas special, as it were. A lot of channels that I watch are kind of doing this thing, talking about different Christmas memories that are video game related. And you're probably watching this maybe a week before Christmas or so, but yeah, figure it's a good time as any to film one of these. Yes, I am wearing the same shirt as I was in the pickups video because I just filmed the pickups video. So, didn't want to put the camera away. I figured maybe I might forget and or get lazy and not film this. So I figured I'd just do it now. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about one of my favorite Christmas memories, which happens to also be video game related. When I was growing up, as I've said before on numerous videos, I didn't have an NES. In fact, if you'd asked me as a kid, I'd tell you that I was the only kid on the face of the freaking planet that didn't have an NES. Every kid that I knew had one. And it just, I wanted one so bad. So, the only time I ever got to play was going over to friends' houses. And I remember one of my best friends, they were twins. And, you know, they had an NES, of course, and they got a Genesis one year. And I remember going over and playing it and being like, okay, I gotta have one of these. You know, the Nintendo's old news, you know, I might as well just, I want this Genesis. So, you know, I had a year or so to bug my parents about it. And, I mean, around Christmas time, I was probably the most irritating little shit. You know, but yeah, I made it clear I wanted a Sega Genesis for Christmas, and I finally got one, Christmas of '91. I remember that would make me 11 years old, but yeah, I remember opening this thing up and just finally having my own video game system and just not feeling like if I wanted to play a game, I had to go over to a friend's house, you know, and also, you know, just kind of being part of that culture, part of that club of kids that had video games. You know, I could talk about it and not feel like, well, you're just this loser, the only kid at school that doesn't have a video game system. Now I finally did. And, but it, you know, this right here is the actual box that I opened up on Christmas morning, and these are the games that I got with it. And as a matter of fact, the Genesis that came in this box is actually just sitting right up over there next to my TV. And it's the Genesis that, to this day, I play Genesis games on. I love the Model 1. It's my favorite for playing Genesis games because I'm a sucker for nostalgia. That's all there is to it. I mean, this box even has a little KB Toy sticker right here, where it's torn off, or my parents tore it, so I wouldn't know what they spent on it. And I also, the bottom, the UPC is cut off to send in for Sonic 2. So, but this whole story starts the night before, on Christmas Eve, because my family had this tradition of opening one gift the night before Christmas. We got to open one gift. So as a kid, you know, I spent, you know, some free time rifling under the Christmas tree, trying to figure out, you know, what all these gifts with my name on them were, you know, what one do I want to open up on Christmas Eve. And I found one that looked peculiarly like a Genesis game. It's about that size. And I was like, that's a Genesis game. I'm going to open that. Now, I'm not stupid. If it is a Genesis game, I knew they weren't going to let me open it. But I know that I had a Genesis. And so I was like, I'm opening that one. That's the one I'm going to take in there. And so, Christmas Eve, we usually spend it eating, you know, junk food like cheese balls and crackers and shrimp and, you know, just like little finger food type stuff, and watching movies. Usually these days it's, you know, strictly Christmas movies like Christmas Carol or National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, but back then we'd also watch other stuff like a Christmas movie like Die Hard, because it was happening at Christmas time. So technically, I guess it's a Christmas movie. So, but you know, we watched a couple of movies, and it was time to go to bed. But before, let's well, get to open up a gift. So I went in and grabbed my game, which I thought my present, which I thought was a Genesis game. Brought it out and was promptly told that you can't open that. And I asked why, and I was told because it goes to something else. And I was like, yes, it goes with the Genesis. That's what it goes with. And so I go and I put it back, and I just grabbed some other gift under the tree. I don't even remember what it was. Don't care. In fact, I don't remember anything else I opened up that year for Christmas. But so I put it back and just, I was just in seventh heaven, because I was like, I confirmed in my head, I'm getting a damn Genesis finally. And that next morning when I woke up, and you know, this was kind of hidden back there, and I didn't think it was a Genesis at the time when I was looking under the tree, but you know, when I finally saw it, when my parents brought out the presents, and you know, I saw that, and I was like, that's it. Yeah, that's my Genesis. And so that was the first thing I opened up, and man, I'm not gonna say I was like the N64 kid. There's no video evidence to say if I was or if I wasn't, but I'd like to say I had a little bit more composure than that. But yeah, I was freaking excited. Opened that up, you know, came with Sonic 1 obviously, and this is the copy of Sonic 1 that came in there. And you know, this is, everybody knows about Sonic 1 that knows about the Genesis, and this game was just so much fun, even though it's such a simple and easy game. I mean, you can sit down and beat it in no time at all, even if you try and get all the Chaos Emeralds. I mean, this game is cake, but it's so much fun. I can play it and play it and play it over and over and over again and not get sick of it, and I did that day, obviously. I just played this game over and over and over again. So, you know, that came with it. But my parents also got Super Off-Road. This is an unlicensed game from Accolade, and I mean, everybody knows about Super Off-Road. It's on just about every system back then. And there's no end to this game. You beat all the tracks, and you basically run them in reverse, and you beat them again, and you run them again in the opposite direction. And over and over and over again. There's no end to this game. So you could literally play it all day if you wanted to. And I played it quite a bit, and it was just so much fun. I still love to play this game, even though it is so brainlessly simple. I mean, I don't have it in this box because, I mean, I'm not a big fan of boxes on Genesis games, but as you can see, as a kid, I used some tape and I taped it together so it would open up like this, and you know, I could get the cartridge out as the cartridge is held in like this with this little cardboard insert. But you know, and inside it had this little Arcade Blockbusters leaflet, you know, Double Dragon. I just loved looking at this kind of stuff. Like, yes, I want that. I want that game. Never got it. Now it's kind of expensive, but you know, now I actually have it in a clamshell case, and I printed out a cover of the first box. This never came in a clamshell. It came in a box, and this is what the first release of the box looked like. That's the second release. And so I put it in this clamshell, and you know, there it is. And it's just great game. You have a Genesis, pick it up. It's cheap. But I also got, this was the game actually that I wanted to open up. This was the one that I wanted to open up on Christmas Eve. Was Road Rash. Ended up being, but I love this game. It has 5 levels, and you play those 5 levels 5 times. You have to beat them. You have to get a certain place or better in each race to progress, and then you can progress to the next level. So there's 5 tracks. I mean, I guess I should say there's 5 tracks and there's 5 levels. So I mean, it's not an easy game to beat, but it can get kind of repetitive because you're playing the same 5 tracks throughout the levels. But you're able to buy better bikes, you know, and whatnot, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, how can you not have fun racing on motorcycles and beating people with clubs? And even though, I mean, people complain about, you know, the twanginess of the sound on the Genesis, I love the sound of this game. I mean, it's just, it just holds so much nostalgia for me. And even to this day, I mean, I have inside the, you know, here's the original manual, which is the manual that sits on my shelf, and it's absolutely destroyed because, I mean, as a kid, I would take these to church. I would take manuals to church and I would read them. And I mean, that's how much I loved video games, but I mean, I would just take the manuals to church and read them. But I mean, inside here you can see different passwords because that's how the level system worked on here, was you had passwords. And I mean, I had them written down because I actually have a mint condition manual here, which I keep in with my spare. And as you can see, it has the password log. It's all beautiful and nice and pretty. And when I first got it, yeah, they were all written down in here, nice and neat. And then I was like, oh, I don't like that password anymore. So I'm not sure it shows up so well, but whiteout. I started getting whiteout, and I mean, that stuff, I was just painting it on there like I was painting a damn house, and it's wrinkled the pages. And then I wrote down on these pieces of paper, you know, and then glued them in here to the page. So I mean, it's just, I mean, it's just that kind of stuff. And I keep it in here with my original copy that I still play to this day. But yeah, that is what I got for Christmas of '91. That honestly, I've got to say, man, it's the best Christmas gift I've ever gotten. Were these 3 games and my Genesis. And I can't see getting a better Christmas gift, ever. Unless I were to somehow get married and eventually have kids and have a kid on Christmas Day. Because then I'd be a real asshole to say, no, kid's great and all, you know, but still gotta go with the Genesis as being a better gift, you know. I'd really be an asshole to say that. So, but the likeliness of that is pretty low. So I'm just gonna stick with, that's probably the best gift that I will ever get in my life, and it will always stick with me. And I love this time of year, and I love Christmas, and I think of Christmas and I think back to, you know, times like that, and just miss those days, you know, those simple days, the ignorant bliss of youth. But anyhow, what are your Christmas memories? What's some of your favorite gaming Christmas memories? Did your parents not want to get you a video game system when you were young? You had to bug the shit out of them to finally get one? Or were your parents more, you know, into games, and they actually were like, yeah, let's get you know, this new system for Christmas, and not tell them, or whatever. And so yeah, leave a comment down below. Let me know what your Christmas memories are. And I also wanted to thank any new subscribers, and of course anybody that's already subscribed. I mean, thanks guys for checking out the channel. Thanks for watching. No point in doing it if nobody's watching, but yeah, definitely thanks for watching, guys. And it will probably be after Christmas that I do another video, which will most likely be a pickups video, and then it'll probably be the weekend after Christmas. But yeah, and in the meantime, I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, you know, whatever you celebrate. I hope you guys have a good one and a safe holiday season. So I will see you guys later. Oh no, circulation is gone.